Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And as we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping, oh no. And I got some corn for popping, with the lights turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, oh, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, oh baby, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. Oh yes, as long as you love me so. Let it snow, 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 let it snow. Welcome, welcome. I am Martha Gallagher, and this is my December Walk in Beauty concert, celebrating the season of winter, celebrating the solstice, and celebrating Christmas. And as I am preparing this concert, there is quite a snowstorm going on outside, and we've lost our power a number of times. So who knows? I may be doing this by candlelight. Anyway, got a great program for you, and there is, before we get to the end, there is the sing and play along. So hopefully you downloaded the sheet music for those who are going to be playing. Very simple, basic, straightforward. We're going to have a ball with it. So here we go. This time of year in the Christian tradition, it is Advent. And I've been honored and delighted for the last 3 years, so since 2020, to have been invited by the New York Conference of the United Church of Christ to create music videos for the Sundays in Advent plus Christmas, and then also the Sundays in Lent leading up to Easter. And I've been doing this. This is my 3rd year. And I find it fascinating to explore Scripture, to explore the themes for Advent of hope, of peace, of joy, and of love, and explore them musically. And so I wanted to share a couple pieces with you tonight, but I wanted to share one I just did for this Sunday, the Sunday in Advent of love. And for it, I used inspiration from one of my favorite holiday readings, is a compilation of works. The book itself is called The Light of Christmas, and it's no longer in print, but with lots of different authors and poetry and writings, and some of the stories seem rather antiquated, and yet there's the lessons seem timeless. In this was some writing by Lawrence Hausman. And I used, it's public domain, and I've used the text of that, the words of that poetry as in the song. And when I recorded it for use in worship and for personal contemplation, I did it strictly as an instrumental, but I want to share it with you tonight with the words themselves. Light looked down and beheld darkness. Thither will I go, said Light, thither will I go. Peace looked down and beheld war. Thither will I go, said peace. Thither will I go. Love looked down and beheld hatred. Thither will I go, said love. Thither will I go. So came light and shone, so came peace and gave rest, so came love and brought life. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to point out something in that song. I used a lot of this. And you probably can't see. That's an E flat and an F. And so it's very, what we call dissonant in music, very dissonant. We like this better. Comfort food, or this. But I love the idea of dissonance because each thing looking down, looking at darkness, looking at war, looking at hatred, there was this dissonance. And then I loved being able to resolve to something harmonious. Thank you. So I'm going to do a little solstice blessing, but I'm going to shift where we are, physically and the instrument. So here I am at the piano. Yes, and we all know that inside a grand piano, its heart is a harp. So perfect. I grew up with this piano in my home. It was my mom's piano. It's a medium grand Chickering piano, and she would play whenever she got a chance, and I loved listening to her, especially at night when I was supposed to be going to sleep. She made me take piano lessons, which I had a love-hate relationship with. I loved playing the piano, but I hated practicing. And I would go each week to my lessons with a teacher who must have been a saint, and I was just as bad from week to week, and she would say to me, "Martha, did you practice?" And I would look her in the eye and out lie. "Oh, yes, I did." And then I'd say some excuse like, "Oh, well, I think your piano's different than mine." Something changed. I started playing it, and I felt energized in a different way about the music. I've always said that I'm not a pianist. I know where the notes are, and I'm still not a pianist, but I'm having a ball exploring, and I thought I'd share some of that with you. So what really happened here was that right around the time I had the piano tuned, I had gone to this amazing gospel choir concert and was so inspired by the music that I came home and I thought, I want to play gospel. I want to play it on the harp. I'm working on that. But on the piano, so I found a great teacher online and have been playing. But I'm just going to share a little bit because I came from sort of this kind of thing. And I wanted to play. this is what I want. Woo! And then we got the great big ending. So obviously, I have a long way to go, but nonetheless, I'm having so much fun with it. Anyway, but I also love improvising. And this, I love combining spoken word with, in the moment, improvised music. And this piece, the spoken word, is a poem that my friend Amy J. wrote. And you may remember, she wrote the book, The Blessed Home, that inspired my song, Bless This Precious Day. And this is a poem called Winter Solstice Blessing. Darkness has come, deep and wide, covering our earth on this longest night. Beckoning us to see what we cannot see in the light. May you find peace in the darkness, knowing that it comes as a blanket of grace. Warming you in this moment, this gift of time to follow wisdom. Stillness has come, quiet and rare, hushing our earth on this, the longest night, allowing us to hear the things we cannot hear in the noise. May you find rest in the stillness, knowing that it comes as a whisper of truth, calming you in this moment, this gift of time to gather strength. Love has come, tender and true, filling our earth on this longest, opening us to feel things we cannot feel in the void. May you delight in the love, knowing that it comes as a circle of friends surrounding you in this moment, this gift of time to truly belong. You have come, beautiful and brave, changing our earth on this, the longest night, causing us to know things we cannot know without your life. May you cherish yourself, knowing that you come as a treasure, blessing yourself in this moment, this longest night, the gift of time to renew life. I hope you enjoyed that little exploration on the piano. I'm just having a wonderful time with that. And I will be doing more. We'll see what happens. This next piece is one that I have loved for a long time, played it as a kid on the piano, but never really paid much attention to the words until I heard the recording that the Roach sisters did, their Christmas recording, and they have a wonderful version. And it made me really notice the words, and lyrics speak to me. And so I recorded it. It's on my For the Love of a Baby recording. But then I recorded another version, which I really love. I recorded it in 2016, and there is no way that I can reproduce it live. So I'm going to share the recording with you, and I invite you to sit back and maybe close your eyes and listen to the story within the song. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. When a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Hither, page, and stand by me, if thou knowest telling. Yonder peasant, who is he? Where and what his dwelling? Sire, he lives a good league hence, underneath the mountain, right against the forest end, by Saint Agnes' fountain. Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither. Thou and I shall see him dine, when we bear them thither. Page and monarch, forth they went together, through the rude wind's wild lament, and the bitter weather. Sire, the night grows darker, and the wind grows stronger. Fails my heart, I know not how, I can go no longer. Mark my footsteps, my good page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rage freeze thy blood less coldly. In his master's steps he trod, where the snow laid in dead. Heat was in the very sod which the saint had printed. Therefore everyone be sure, wealth or rank possessing, ye who now shall bless the poor, shall yourselves find blessing. I hope you enjoyed that. And here's another way that I unraveled a song. It's actually a hymn. It's a hymn I don't know the melody of, but when I read the lyrics of it, I felt called to use it as a spoken word piece. It's called Wake My Soul. Wake my soul with all things living, thanks be for giving to the source of life and day. Sunlight comes, and gone confusion, night's illusion, like starlight, fades away. All our hopeful plans confessing, ask for blessing on the good which you would do. But if you should need correction, ask direction. Pray for purpose clear and true. Cry for help when griefs assail you. Good friends fail you. Life is hopeless. Death appears. One whose child knew deep affliction, crucifixion, ever waits to dry our tears. After one last night of weeping, one last sleeping, we shall awake to pure delight. We at last shall know deep perfection, pure affection, bathed in God's own morning light. Wake my soul with all things living, thanks be for giving to the source of life and day. Well, I shared with you the music for the Love Sunday in Advent. And now I'd love to share the music that I did for the Sunday of Peace. Thank you. I love how the music just flows through me. I get in a mindset, I do some reading, I do little digging in scripture, and then I just go to the instrument and I start to see what comes out. And using my digital keyboard, I realized that what I loved, I was going to use those digital strings as behind the harp doing the melody, but it didn't come together. And then I realized, no, the strings need to be on the top, and the harp is the accompaniment. And I find it a challenge to put together something so lush, digitally created and lush like those strings were, and the acoustic harp. It takes some careful doing. But I love how it came out, and I'm just fascinated with what I will be able to be doing going forward and exploring. But now it's time for something we can all do together. So if you are going to play along on whatever instrument, and I think there's probably mostly harps out there, we're not quite going to do that music yet, but I thought we would do one as I've been looking out the window here, and it's, oh my goodness, what a wonderful snowstorm. This is like the Christmas snow. I love it. I thought of a song that I thought we should all know, and what I'll do is I'll put the chords in the text, and you'll be able to see them, and just use them basically as a lead sheet and guess along if you want to try to play along. And otherwise, you can simply sing along. 2, 3. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ho, 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 bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, but soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifted bank and oh, we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. One more time. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. So now it is time for our play-along, sing-along of Silent Night. So I'll give you a minute while you get your harps ready and in place, or other instruments. And I want to first thank you so much for bringing yourself, your energy, your good juju here to this concert now as we're premiering it, and then also those for watching it later. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I wish for you wonderful holidays. And I do want to share that I offer these concerts available for free, just knowing that sometimes that's what people truly need. But I also, this is what I do for my living. So to support the music, the musician, and this concert series, I invite you to make a pay from your heart free will contribution. And you can easily do so by going to my website, adkharper.com, and there's an opportunity there to contribute. Okay, so here we are. We're in the key of G. And we're going to play the intro first, so it's 4 measures of that. And then we'll go into the first time through. And in the sheet music, all I did was provide the lyrics of the first verse. So we go through it 3 times. So you can sing the same verse if you want. If you know other words, sing other verses. I think I might just hum, or maybe I'll sing, who knows. And just singing that over and over. And there's 3 different versions for those who have the sheet music who are playing along. And the first one is very simple, simple melody, simple harmony. And then the second time through is just a little more. And the third time through I did as an arpeggiated accompaniment for singers. So I invite you to follow the sheet music, and I will try to follow what I remember the sheet music to be. And we will send our music, our peaceful, loving, joyful vibrations out into the world. Okay, here we go. Starting 2, 3. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. That was beautiful. I could imagine hearing everyone playing and singing, and how beautiful that was. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. And I hope you enjoyed that as well. I've got one more Christmas goodie for you. Enjoy. And one last sing-along to take us out into the holidays. Join me with this one. You're going to love it. Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. and a Happy New Year. Oh, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year.